And you want to make sure that in these relationships, not only are you being treated fairly and your customers being treated fairly, but everybody else who's involved, the shippers, the receivers, the drivers, the border officers, whoever it is, we need to make sure that that standard is maintained throughout the entirety of the transaction. And this leads into number 3, communication. So it's, the question is, do you see clients who maintain open and clear communication channels and address inquiries and concerns? So that's a perfect example. If I go to a customer and say, hey, look, we went to your shipper and they were having this issue. Are we able to have that open communication? And is that important? So you have to assess, do you want to be able to have open and clear communication with your customers? Is that of vital importance for you in building those relationships? Or is it not quite as critical as maybe it is for me or for Dean?
I think that's important to understand as well, that you could fix a lot of issues that do come up if you're able to communicate. The worst thing you can do is probably just run away from it. And because you'll be running away from a lot of things you do in life. But if you learn how to communicate it, and sometimes just talking it out and just asking the right question, solutions are provided, because you're going to realize that other people also want, fair treatment. Other people want to have good communication. Other people want to share in the good values that maybe we share and that are important to us.
And just the word communication, it's two-way street. So just as last lesson we were talking about being consistent in your communications and asking questions and getting positive feedback on maybe things you're doing wrong, there's nothing wrong with raising an issue and having that open line of communication, because there might be something on the other end with your customer that they might not even be aware. And if there is a problem, or if it's brought up once or twice, but then now it's being consistently brought up, it is addressed, and it improves the overall relationship and the environment for everybody involved.
Yeah. And another really good example is if you're approaching your customer with any issues that are happening, let's talk about transportation logistics here. Let's say you have a delay and it's not your fault, it's not the driver's fault, it's just something that happens. Maybe it's weather related, you can't control the weather. Are you able to go to that customer and say, hey, look, because of this XYZ circumstance that's out of our control, it's going to cost us an additional amount for layover for the drivers, just as an example. Are you able to have a conversation with your customer where you can discuss the opportunity of paying for that additional layover? It may be that you don't end up getting what you're looking for, but can you at least have that conversation where both sides of the story are being heard?